The Callisto Protocol will scare us halfway to death in just a few more days, good people. Before we get into the contents of this video, just wanted to remind you all, I am currently doing a giveaway for the Callisto Protocol on my channel for this month's game giveaway. Go ahead and check out the link in the video description to enter if you are interested. The giveaway will end this upcoming Wednesday night at 11:59 p.m. EST, so you only have a few days left to enter as of the recording of this video. Go ahead and enter, as maybe you will be the lucky winner of this year's hottest survival horror game. And with that, let's take a look at more details you need to know ahead of the Callisto Protocol's release this Friday. In case you missed my previous video going over a brief outline of what the Callisto Protocol is and why you should play it, go ahead and consult this video here in this card on your screen. In that video, we go over the basic story and setting, combat mechanics, level of challenge to be expected, and much more. So a big recommendation to check that video out if you want a refresher of that info. In this video, we are talking all about the recent controversy regarding the game's season pass, and clearing up a lot of misinformation spreading out there specifically regarding the game's death animations and contents to that season pass. We will also touch up on the inherent similarities to the original Dead Space that the Callisto Protocol will undoubtedly be compared to, and see if the changes this new game makes are great enough to entice players to return to a game that, on paper, sounds nearly identical to its source material. Okay, enough chit-chat. Let's get into the controversy regarding the game's season pass. The Callisto Protocol is receiving a season pass, and is listed as part of the game's digital deluxe version on the Steam page at $79.99 US. As you can see here on screen, it includes a variety of new modes, both expanding upon the base game. What has caught the eye of players and gaming journalists alike is what is specifically stated here in the Contagion mode as listed in the description, which reads as follows. Discover the ultimate survival horror experience with a new mode, Contagion. With reduced ammo and health drops, a customized difficulty, and permadeath, there are no second chances to escape Black Iron Prison or the horrors lurking beneath the surface of Callisto. The Contagion bundle also includes 13 new Jacob death animations and the Watchtower skin collection. The key words here are also includes 13 new Jacob death animations. Now, players and game journalists had reported as of when the season pass was made public with its contents that the game was seemingly putting these 13 new death animations behind a paywall, preventing players who bought the standard editions from experiencing these animations. Players were rightfully upset, and can't really blame them here for assuming this whole paywall scenario, but Glenn Schofield, game director of the Callisto Protocol, reassured everyone via Twitter that this content does not affect the game's main campaign. Here is his response. To be clear, we're not holding anything back from the main game for the season pass. We haven't even started work on this content yet. It's all new stuff that we'll be working on in the new year. Fans have asked for even more deaths, so we're making it a priority next year. So, simply put, these new animations, well, they don't even exist yet, as the team haven't started working on them. What we have with the base game includes the large variety of death animations, both for Jacob and also for the enemies, and for those who want even more death animations for Jacob, well, with this Contagion bundle, when it arrives next year, players will have the option to see more deaths. The main takeaway here is that the core campaign of the Callisto Protocol will not be altered in any way, shape, or form, and that includes retaining all the death animations and not locking them behind a paywall. This Contagion mode is only for those players who really want to play that new difficulty mode and for those who just can't get enough of those death animations. This is all content that will be released next year and is not available day one. I hope that clears things up for everyone, because this was a remarkable cluster. Gaming outlets need to confirm with the developers by asking questions rather than spreading this stuff online, as many people will just buy into this stuff without doing their research. Also, the wording of this within the game's season pass is very misleading and can be interpreted in many ways, so I would highly suggest the team behind this to rewrite the contents of this to make things abundantly clear for players so that we all know exactly what we're getting into before some throw down more money for the season pass. So, with that out of the way, I want to know from you if you are interested in getting the season pass, and if this makes you feel better about the Callisto Protocol in general. Let me know in the comments, good people. Entirely new, yet exactly as we remember. This is a brief summary of what those who have played the Callisto Protocol say about the game, and how it relates to Dead Space, the game that it is very much inspired by. In fact, a great number of people who worked on the original Dead Space game and its sequels are working on the Callisto Protocol, with Glenn Schofield, the man behind the original Dead Space, serving as this game's director. The similarities are abundantly obvious. There is no UI. Instead, the health is located on the back of Jacob's head. There's a kinesis ability that functions more or less in the same way. They both take place in outer space, featuring tight, claustrophobic corridors, and instead of quote-unquote cut off their limbs, like in Dead Space, the Callisto Protocol goes with the shoot the tentacles moniker. These are all just surface level similarities, and one can say that for as similar as the Callisto Protocol is to Dead Space, their differences often stand out just as much. For one, Dead Space did not have a stealth mechanic, whereas the Callisto Protocol does, as the developers have confirmed that the game is very scarce on ammo, leaving stealth to be a great option for those wanting to save ammo and avoiding unnecessary confrontations. The game also features more prominent melee combat, and serves as a viable tactic to take down the game's enemies. Along with the increased importance to melee combat, the Callisto Protocol allows players to dodge out of the way of incoming attacks. The biophage enemies in the Callisto Protocol can and will morph into larger, more aggressive creatures if their tentacles are left unattended to, incentivizing players to shoot them off immediately before becoming an even bigger problem. Black Iron Prison and its surrounding areas of Callisto are also much bigger, and feature more diverse backdrops to the horror. For as much as players are reminded that this may appear to be another Dead Space game, the game does enough here to tease players with what we know, and changes it up to surprise us with new ideas, new ways of interacting, and ultimately, new ways to scare the living out of us. I hope I was able to clear the air a bit about the misinformation regarding the death animations and the season pass content. Again, go ahead and enter into the giveaway for a chance to be the lucky winner of this year's hottest survival horror game. Also, make sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed the content, and subscribe if you loved it. I will be making more content for the Callisto Protocol once it launches, along with the upcoming Dead Space remake and Resident Evil 4 remake. So stick around for that, along with a plethora of other game coverage that I do regularly here on the channel. View this video here if you want a greater understanding of the Callisto Protocol story and setting, and I look forward to seeing all you good people real soon. Peace!